Says it's my ambition, also envision my path so I complete the mission. Yeah, I'll never rest, regardless of all the pain and the stress. Yeah, say it with my chest, I was destined to be the best. I'll never rest, regardless of all the pain and the stress. Yeah, say it with my chest, I was destined to be the best. I'll never rest, regardless of all the pain and the stress. Yeah, say it with my chest, I was destined to be the best. I'll never rest, regardless of all the pain and the stress. Yeah, I'll say it with my chest, I was destined to be the best. Yes.
Welcome. It's your boy Mac Mans. I want to welcome you back to the last sip. Been gone for a little bit, but it's still the same. You know what I'm saying? I never spill tea, but I do take the last sip. So with that being said, today's last sip is going to be C4. That's right. I got C4. I got the popsicle version, the grape popsicle. We're going to crack it open right now. See what it tastes like, y'all. Oh, ooh, that does this to your mouth. Ooh. C4, let me give y'all a cheer, man. Y'all doing something with that. Y'all are doing something with that. Well, I want to thank y'all for tuning in today. Y'all got some special stuff going on. These topics today is off the chain. So I'm going to give a cheer and applause to the topics. Because when y'all done with it today, it's going to all make you say, yeah, the stuff I got going to make you say what? I missed y'all. Y'all don't understand, man. I've been doing some things. If y'all notice, I got promoted at my job. So I've been off doing that. Not only that, but that was one of the main things that happened to me. But then besides that, I got other things popping up and popping off. So I got the t-shirt company coming up, y'all. Got the press on the way. That's right, got the press on the way, so we're going to give a cheer to that. I got the Mac Mans Media and Marketing LLC in effect. It's working itself out right now. Applause on that, cheer. And the book is going to hit Amazon, so we're going to give an applause for that. And the cheer, y'all. So I got a lot of stuff going on. So with that being said, we're going to go ahead and get the show started. And today's topics are kind of special because in everyday life, you're going to see some things that's going to just kind of make you question like, And it's really, literally going to make you say, because you don't know what's really going down. So my first topic today is craziest laws. Now, I only picked a few of them because I didn't want to really get into this topic and go and just go off the edge with it. But I did look up some laws, and what started this topic was the first law that I noticed. And it was just what was going on with this law just kind of drove me kind of to the point of like, we need to talk about stuff like this. Because this law I'm going to mention first is something that you wouldn't think of, but it's something that's necessary. So recently in Louisiana, they just signed a law into an effect. Now, I'm going to mention this law to y'all, and I don't need y'all laughing or whatever, but you can Google and look it up. Anything I give you can always Google and look it up. That's the thing about the last sip. I give you information, you can look this stuff up. They have the law in Louisiana to where if you get caught or you get prosecuted as a child molester or a pedophile, they literally have the right to castrate you. That's what I see. Yes, that's what I said. That's what I read. I'm gonna keep it real. They literally have the right. They put a law in that they are allowed to take your manhood or do something with your womanhood if you messing with kids. Now, the reason this law hit me kind of to the point, because I thought to myself, like, is it really that bad? I mean, think about it. Okay, now I know we can't be the judge and jury for everybody and everything. But if you're out here doing stuff to little kids, you kind of deserve some type of punishment. Now, I'm not saying this rule or this law is right. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying it's something that we should put into place right now. But honestly, Think about how many parents out here that want to take revenge on somebody for doing this to their child. Or how many people have been affected by child molestations or stuff like that. That is something that really impacts people's lives. It hurts the child. It hurts the parent, it hurts the family. And this person goes to jail, they still get a chance to live when you commit those type of crimes. Now they have to watch you because I've never been to jail or prison. But I have heard, allegedly, that even in there, they have some type of guidelines of what you should and shouldn't be in there for. I heard it's kids, old people, and women. That's what I was told. So with that being said, you go to prison, they don't have a lot of fondness for child molesters. But the fact that you would have to go to prison and not have your member with you, that's a whole different type of punishment. Let's keep it real. You might as well throw them up in the air and shoot them up full of holes. Because, I mean, it's a double whammy. You're going to prison and you're going to have to deal with the guys or women that are in there. But then the fact you deal with everybody and you don't have an organ any longer. And I know some of y'all might be thinking like, this. I know I didn't believe it myself until I literally saw the news report. So I don't know. Y'all need to let me know what y'all think about this. I would love to get a comment from y'all. You can comment in the BrewLine 501-259-6788. Get on YouTube, Facebook, put some stuff in the comments. I'm always looking and reading. I will reply back. But that is, yeah. And, yeah. I see, Lisi. Game over. I see you. Game over. Yeah, Jake, it's incredibly messed. Jake says it's incredibly messed up, but making those crimes carry harsher sentences have been shown to not only lead to more deaths of children by abusers, but also the children speaking up less for fear of. I got you, Jake. I got where you're coming from. I just think, to me, honestly, I'm just gonna be real. Kids do carry the guilt. Okay, whenever anything happens to a child and the child feels like they're hurting someone they love or an adult connect to them, they carry that burden with them for a long time and it hurts them. So I understand that. Kids don't like to be part of that. But here's the thing. The law has this thing about it that's kind of weird because we've got to eventually let these people know that they can't keep getting away with this stuff. It's just like, there's ways of doing it, but I'm gonna be honest. Half the time, locking them up in prison don't do nothing for them. Because some of them get right back out and do the same thing again. I think it's a harsh punishment. But, I mean, you can't do anything after. I mean, if they take it, what you gonna do? You can't do anything. I think it is a harsh rule. I think it is something that, is something that, it's crazy. I don't think I'm to the point where I think a predator has to understand that they cannot get away with it and you're allowed to do it again because there's a lot of repeat offenders when it comes to this predator stuff. There's a whole lot of it. Just call me D33. You're correct. Predators, they've got to learn because they get out of jail and they commit these same crimes over and over. It's like a case where you have a guy or a woman that has been a domestic violence abuser. They do time in jail and they get back out, get another relationship and do the same thing over again. It's like, how much more do you have to take before we finally send a lesson to not do these things any longer? You got to come up with something because this stuff can't continue to go on. It's not just that, it's even abusers of children. How I am, you guys, if you watch my show, you know how I am when it comes to kids. I'm so protective about their education, about their well-being, about their lifestyle, about their way of life, because we have enough people out there that don't care I didn't even talk about the case. Y'all, there's a case I don't even talk about. Like the case about the two people that had the African-American kids and used them as slaves. Had them locked in a garage or sort of something like a cabin out in the back of the yard. We don't let them out once to feed them. Had them doing yard work, no shoes, anything. When the police got there, they wondering what the heck was going on. There's a lot of cases that I see that I don't even talk about because I don't want to go there and make this about color, make this about race. It's not that. Because a pedophile and a disrespectful person to kids, regardless of what your color is, it is what if it's a duck and walk and talk like a duck, Affleck. With that being said, we've got to have harsher punishments for these people that do things to kids. We cannot continue to let stuff like this go on. I don't want to beat a horse to death on this. Excuse me. Ooh, y'all, it's allergy season. And down here in Arkansas, ooh, excuse me. Down here in Arkansas, y'all, it was 105 degrees regular. It's 120 degrees with the heat index. So down here, y'all, we are getting killed right now. But with that being said, y'all, some of these laws are just out here. In Colorado, they can take you to jail for keeping your couch on the porch. And see, that's what I'm saying. It's like I'm just going to keep going through this. This is one that got me too. So you mean all the time I was a young person and we was in the hood and grandma had the couch or the little nice little patio living room furniture she sat on the porch. In Colorado, that is illegal. Y'all, what are we doing with our time to have laws like this? Now, I can go back and hey, I see you, KP, make an example of I got you. I can go back and understand the law about the castration. Because here, hey, I'm going to keep it real. I'm going to leave this one alone, but I'm going to keep it real with y'all. It's a predator. Sometimes they repeat offenders. Sometimes a lot of them don't even get put on that. I'm going to tell you something too you don't know. A lot of them don't even get put on a registry for this stuff. Y'all, I was going to go ahead and talk about other laws like the one about the Colorado one. We're going to just drop that. Because this situation here, the more I think about it, we need to get digging more into this. Zach Murphy, you're correct. Zach says, in my opinion, child predators is the worst act than murder. It should be punished as such. You're right. And I'm going to keep going here with this because this is something that is an issue. There are people that are supposed to be on the registry that are not even registered. He's like, that's impossible. No, it's not. A lot of these guys or women get away with these crimes and they'll be in your neighborhood living next door to you, never know, until something happens to your kid or a kid in the neighborhood. This is one of the sickest crimes in the world. So when I read this law from Louisiana, can I be real with y'all? This is my podcast called The Last Sip. It is my last take on commentary about the situation. I'll be real with y'all. You can be mad if you want to. I applauded it. I'm going to keep it real. I applauded it. I was happy with it. I was in no way, shape, or form mad about this. It don't affect me none. I'm not a guy that does this type of stuff. And all I can say is this. I know we have to be careful about how we judge people. But what if it was, put yourself in the shoes of a parent that has been through this with their child. And this person gets that little bit of jail time they give them. They get out and they do it again. So earlier when I had the comments from Jake, I understand you. Because no child wants to have that on their conscience. But you don't have to I wouldn't tell the child. Once the child comes to me and tells me what's going on, and I find out it's true, I'm going to nurture that child. I'm going to love that child and make sure that child's okay and never harmed again. But as far as that adult, we got an issue. You losing your member, to me, is a small piece of justice. Because how you think that child felt when you did what you did? Huh? Violating. That's the issue with us. Do you know in other countries? In Singapore, you can't get the streets dirty. They'll cane you. Some countries, they catch you still and they cut a hand off. Disrespectful a lot, they cut the tongue out. See, here in America is the only country where we will give continuous chances to those who offend us, offend society, or offend people around us that we care about. We're the only country that give you freedoms to do whatever you want. As long as you pay the crime and do the time, if you pay for the crime and do the time, we'll give you a second chance. You can't do that stuff in other countries. They don't play that. But then, I know y'all here saying that I got you. But then in other countries, some of this stuff is allowed. You're allowed to marry young girls when they're young. You're allowed to marry young boys. Just so some of the other countries, their things are different than ours. So I'll keep it real with you. But their punishments are severe. We have a lot more leadway in America. We have a lot more, okay, we can do this in America than you do anywhere else. Because we are the home of the free, home of the brave. But I'm going to tell you this. If you're brave enough to mess with my kid, I got the freedom to chop chop. All right, y'all. I'm going to take a little sip of this here, and we're going to go into a second situation. Man, this is good. Y'all, give me a second. We got a call coming into the brew line. This is the last sip. How can I help you? Thank you for calling.
Hello?
Yes, hello.
Hello?
Yes.
Can you hear me? Hello?
Yes, I can hear you.
Oh, yes. Yeah, do you remember me?
What was that, ma'am?
Sorry, you gave me this number last week. This is what I called, you know?
Yes, what about it? Hello?
Huh?
How can I help you?
At the David phone number. Hello?
Yes, I can hear you.
Oh, I tried to call my friend David. At the David number.
No, ma'am. You have called the Last Sip Podcast. How can I help you?
Sorry, I thought maybe I said the wrong number. I'm so sorry.
That is so fine. You're fine. You have a good day.
Well, shit.
Y'all, that's gonna happen from time to time. So I would say, y'all, we gotta give a little chuckle to that, y'all. For real, gotta give a little giggle. I had somebody call there, give a cheer, because they tried to call, man. Yeah, I got you, KP. Looks like a man, I got you. No, that's not water, KP. It is C4. So, y'all, we got somebody called the Brew Line. They had the wrong number. That is so hilarious that happened. Well, now, y'all, we're going to get into a second subject. Yeah, I see you, Zach. Yeah, that was hilarious. Yeah. Yes, sir. Okay, y'all. Well, I don't know if y'all been hearing about this mayor in Dolton, Illinois by the name of Tiffany Henyard. Y'all, she is the messy mayor. This is glam all day. This is, ooh, brats. Yeah, y'all. She, Tiffany is bougie. She bougetto. This mayor has been in office for a while, and ever since she's been in office, it's been issues. Looking like a man, Miss Swan. Well, Tiffany was the mayor of the village of Dolton. Now, when Tiffany became mayor, she promised a lot of things, a lot of constituents that she was going to make a change. Now, before I get into this, I want to tell y'all something. Me as a black man, we have always been taught about conspiracies. And when we deal with government, we're always told to watch who you vote for. And when you're in the hood, you're always known, you're always told that in politics, the rich work out for the rich, the poor work out for the poor. Well, y'all, I'm going to tell you something right now. It don't matter what color you are, what gender you are. When you greedy and selfish, you're greedy and selfish. Miss Tiffany took office and took her salary. Now, if I'm not mistaken, her salary was triple figure. I want to say close to $200,000, if I ain't mistaken. Miss Tiffany was taking the money and she was using the budget that was based for the city, based for the area she's in. Miss Tiffany was taking the budget and she was buying extravagant trips, extravagant outfits. She was paying her entourage. She kept her hair and nails done, eating hot chips, you know. And she basically was taking the funds that were supposed to be provided for the city and used for personal use, housing, clothing. The city went into debt because Miss Tiffany decided that she was going to take the money that she had, that she was working for the constituents, and use it for herself. Now, the crazy thing is, right now, they can't find Miss Tiffany. She is believed to have embezzled over $3 million. Did y'all hear what I just said? $3 million. They can't find her in her home, can't find her in the city, can't find her in the state. So now her and the governor of the state have been going at it. Y'all, I'm going to tell y'all something. We have so many people on an everyday basis that complain about the government itself, our financial part of the government, educational part of the government, just laws in general. As constituents, we are supposed to be okay with who we put in office. But I'll say it once, I say it again. Y'all have got to understand, you have got to watch who you vote in on the local and state areas. Because what's happening is we're putting these people in office that do not have our best interest at heart. You're putting in swindlers, shysters, gossipers, backstabbers, and people who are down outright crooks. You're wondering why we can't seem to get things together or get things right. You wonder why our educational budget is messed up? You wonder why we can't seem to have enough money and funds to feed our homeless and poor? You wonder why we're having problems with our Social Security? It is because we are dealing with people who believe in lining their own pockets and the pockets of friends than to take care of the constituents who vote you into office. That is a major issue. But the problem is that we are so blinded by the promises that they said they keep, and so blinded by how they look and what they represent to us, that all the other stuff slides through the cracks. Once we get them in office, we stop to question what was the purpose of them getting it put in office in the first place. Do I need to talk about the Supreme Court? Come on, you guys. We got the same people up there that's been there for 30, 40 years, and they are not going to get fired anytime soon. Look at your local police departments. Same people run those places. They'll never get fired because those are jobs that once you get in, you do enough to satisfy the people who need to be satisfied, you'll never have to look for another job ever. Meanwhile, the constituents who voted you in are asking because they're still waiting for you to fulfill your promises. The election nationally is not the only thing that's important, people. Your local state and city elections are just as important. This town has suffered economically, emotionally, and nationally with their standard of respect from other places because they put Tiffany in place and she screwed up the whole program. Now they've been trying to get her out of office, but you can't even find her. Y'all, this woman literally embezzled money. She took the whole area of Dolton, Illinois for a test drive. And when she decided she didn't like the vehicle she was in, she left it on the side of the road and went to walking. She rode it till the gas ran out. For someone to take the funds of the city and use them for their own well-being. And here's the crazy thing is, you know why she's getting publicized about it? Because it's in a state like Illinois. It's a big state. Also because she's a woman. Let's keep it 100% real, y'all. We're not going to sit here and play. Here I don't sugarcoat nothing. Guy politicians do this stuff all the time. Nobody says anything. But the fact this was a lady that did this, they had something to say about it. They went in about it. Got irritated about it. With that being said, Illinois, Dolton, Illinois, can I ask y'all a question? Was there not somebody else to run against her? What did she promise y'all so much that y'all put her in office? Money was taken from the schools. Money was taken from programs. Nothing was ever done to the streets, police department, none of that stuff. She didn't keep not one promise that she had. And for all my people that watch me that are from Illinois, please y'all tell me I'm lying. This is the most messiest law situation I've ever seen. Mrs. Messy Mayor, Tiffany Henyard. For the fact she got put in office is a dang shame. And y'all, I'm just on my thing looking up right now. Different things about her. And y'all, if y'all seen these pictures of her, she's not bad. She's well-to-do. But I guess you would be if you had everybody's money, if you had access to state funds, city funds to do what you want with it, and then you live a lifestyle above what you're supposed to. She lived lavish off of what the constituents provided. She lived lavish, a lifestyle that was provided for her because of the place she was put on a pedestal. And for the fact that y'all can't find her now, she wasn't about action. She just went to go ahead and be missing in action. Y'all, my last subject tonight is a special one because I wasn't even supposed to be covering this one. We're going to talk about the Olympics. If you know, you know. I'm going to hit y'all with this move right here. Okay, now, if you know, you know. We're going to give a little giggle to that because some of y'all do know what I just did. Some of y'all don't. I hope you do. That right there is called the kangaroo. Y'all, this year's Olympics included the first ever breakdancing competition. Now, if y'all saw the contingent from Australia, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Y'all, it was not the best situation. I should say not the best representation of Australia, but they were there nevertheless. I'm talking about B-girl Raygun. Now, Raygun was the only contestant from Australia. Now, y'all, there is a report going around that people are saying is fake and made up. It's not. I looked it up. Right now, there's a petition going around to investigate how Raygun got into the Olympics. So, because of the controversy, the Olympics will never host another breakdance competition again. So what happened was, Raygun, like I said, I don't know her real name. I didn't look it up. I really don't care. I just care about the story that I'm breaking to y'all right now. So this is allegedly, you know how to do this. Allegedly, Raygun and her crew noticed that there wasn't a governing body in Australia for breakdancing. So what happened was Raygun and her husband and their friend got together and they decided to become the governing body for breakdancing for the Olympics in Australia. Now, I've seen the footage of these Australian dancers. Y'all, some of these people is off the chain, off the meat rack. I mean, they do the rotation, they do the head spins, the knee spins, you know what I'm saying? They have all that. They got all, you know what I'm saying? They got all the little moves. Well, what happened was, when Raygun decided to go to the Olympics, what they did was they went ahead and being a governing body, they kind of didn't let anybody else try out. So they went before the committee, the trials, and they were the only group of people that were allowed at the trials. Yeah. They basically shut everybody else out. So from that point, being the only people at the trials, guess what? You're out of representation for your country. So they go ahead and go to the Olympics. Y'all, the rest was history. If y'all saw this, please tell me. You saw the flopping dolphin. You saw the kangaroo. You saw the dog walk. You saw the feather arm, or I call it the windmill when you fight somebody. She made a plum fool of herself, y'all. When I say it was bad, y'all, it was bad. Yeah, that bad. That I would have run the buzzer. I wish it was a Gong Show. I'd have got rid of her. Y'all, she was up there against real B-girls and got smoked. But that's not it. She was so bad that she was offered contracts and agreements that were worth over a couple of $1 million for endorsements. She was basically the William Hung of the Olympics. She banged. Y'all remember how bad he was on what was it? American Idol? He ended up making her rich. Same thing with her. But wait a minute. Stop the presses. She's not getting paid yet. Because of what happened, there's been an investigation placed on her and her husband about her interest into the Olympics. Now, there's people fighting for her right now, saying that her dance style was unique, and for her to have the gumption and the courage to go up in front of everybody and dance that way. Would you stop playing with me? Real hip hop heads are still irritated about this. You got guys in New York have been. If you from New York or you from Cali, y'all know how breakdancing is. Two of the main homes of breakdancing. You offended these people. They was really upset about this. It's been a backlash about this, about how bad the Olympics represented breakdancing. Now, the event's not coming back, but I'm going to be honest. If you'd have put real B-boys and B-girls and hip-hop artists in there that knew they was doing as far as dance and living the whole lifestyle, it'd have been different. This would have been the 80-something Olympics. Oh God, it'd have been one. You had some of the best pop lockers, TikTokers, break dancers back then. It'd have been one. You got enough people now that do the isolation and stuff. I mean, these dancers now, I'm gonna be honest, the real ones look amazing. But back to the situation. You set hip hop back for years. You set the culture back by having this lackluster, whack event at the Olympics. You didn't represent us well as a culture for hip hop. You didn't represent your country well because you clowned out and got there by accident on purpose. What I mean by that is you purposely made sure that nobody else got there. And you were put there by accident because you should have never been in the Olympics dancing the way you danced. Y'all, it was horrible. Now I'm going to do this again. That's the kangaroo. If y'all see the meme, she's got a green jumpsuit on. She got the leg kicked up. Y'all, they are roasting this on social media. But it just begs to differ. People do anything for fame, anything for popularity. But you lied to get there. You shut everybody else out that had talent to show up and make this event special, and you clowned it. But there's people out there supporting her saying that they enjoy what she did. Then she comes out, y'all, this is no lie. She comes out and said the reason she did what she did, the way she danced, because she knew she couldn't compete with the other B-girls. So she had to come unique with a different type of artistic flair. She wanted to bring something new to hip-hop. Stop playing. If you don't stop playing with me, bring something new to hip-hop, a new flair. Are you serious? You played around and you messed up an event that could actually been something in the Olympics if they'd have put the right people there. So now, because of what you did, you're getting famous, but you destroyed the culture that's been around for ages. Will it survive? Oh yeah. There's still kids in the street. I just watched a couple of Chinese kids doing this not too long ago. And they had it where they were doing this on a video. They're in the subway, two Chinese kids was breakdancing off the chain. So the hip hop culture survived. Australia, love and peace to y'all. I seen the dances y'all have, amazing. I'm not letting this one person be considered representation for you guys because she was horrible. And I'm gonna tell you something now, coming from the hip hop community, for all y'all out there that don't understand the hip hop dancing, don't understand the hip hop culture, don't understand breakdancing, would y'all stop hyping this lady up? Talking about she made a stand. What she did was full of courage. No. A young man going to war for his country, that's courage. Somebody sticking up for children, that's courage. What she did was not courage. Stop mixing the two things up because she got there was a plum fool. Number one, she lied and connived her way to the Olympics. Number two, she looked like a dang fool up there. She did not even know how to dance. Stop giving praises to everybody that don't need to be praised. Some people need to be told the truth. That's the problem we got. Tell folks the truth, y'all. She can't dance, she can't dance. Somebody should have stopped her. If you was really her friend, you'd have stopped her. Hey, Ray Gun, you might not want to do this to yourself. You might not want to do this to you. You might not want to do this. No, let her go on up there and make a fool of herself. It was embarrassing. It was ridiculous. And I didn't mean to go in on this, y'all, but I had to get this in today. For the fact that people are out here giving her kudos. She was brave. She set a standard. No, she did not. Y'all is okaying somebody that got up there and clowned out and was a fool, and y'all okaying it. That's the problem we got in America. Y'all think everything is okay and inclusive. It is not. Some people need to sit down. Because y'all imagine me making a country album? Number one, I can't sing. Number two, I'm no good at country. Why'd I make a country album? I ain't never been to country. I live in Arkansas now, a country area, but I'm from the hood. Well, I look like trying to, it's not my arena, so I don't need to be trying to do that. Neither does she. She to sit down. For real. Woo, because y'all imagine going on the Soul Train line, Don Canadian with a clown there. All I can say, y'all, before I leave this comment is this. If you don't know, please look it up. It's the kangaroo, y'all. It's what's in style. Well, with that being said, I want to say love y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in to The Last Sip. Hey, y'all, hope y'all had a good time. I had a good time bringing these subjects to you. Like I said, y'all, I never sit here and promise to bring y'all the tea. I don't spill tea. I take the last sip. I promise to bring y'all a good time, a little bit of comedy, some laughter, get y'all up and going, let y'all see what it's really about, man. Because a lot of times, y'all deal with these people, these podcasts and stuff, they so controversial about what they bring to you. They so funny about it. I don't care, man. I'm going to bring what I think sounds good to me to bring. I want to send a special thank and shout out to everybody that was in my corner the last couple of weeks when I was dealing with the stuff I was dealing with. Y'all, I was dealing with some promotion at work. I was dealing with a little situation with my granddaughter. You know, she's my daughter. She's autistic. Much love to everybody. Shout out to me. Myra Diaz, much love to you for the help. My boy Chad Merritt, my big brother Chris Poole. I want to send shout out also today to Zach Murphy for tuning in. Just Call Me D33, Jake, and Lisa 67. You know, Lisa, you so special to me. I appreciate you. But for all y'all, I didn't think. Personally, I want to say thank you as a group. Y'all have helped me mature so much in this podcast game and the things I do. Like I said, I don't get a whole bunch of followers or look-seers all the time. But with me, it's never about the quantity. I tell y'all that. It's about the quality. And I appreciate everything, man, going on. Pretty soon, I'm going to be heading up to the Quad Cities, Davenport, Iowa. I will be hosting a podcast with my two nieces, Gigi and Jazzy. They are two future United States softball players, Olympiads. I'm telling you right now, these girls got it. I get them and do an interview with them. I'm going up to have fun with my family and see my brothers, see my auntie and them. So I'll be doing that. I will have a couple of, hopefully get my taste test on a couple of areas as far as like the good food up there. I ain't had some like that food I missed in a long time. So y'all, much love to y'all. I want to wish y'all peace and hair grease, y'all. And the C4 is rocking. It got me where I need to be. Love y'all. Remember, I never spill tea, but I do take the last sip. Peace.
Watch my working just like COVID-19. It's fun to be a tough spread. Now I got your attention. Let's switch dimensions. I think they need me in this competition. Thanks to influences, it's my ambition. Also envision my path so I complete the mission. Yeah, I'll never rest, regardless of all the pain and the stress. Yeah, say it with my chest, I was destined to be the best. I'll never rest, regardless of all the pain and the stress. Yeah, say it with my chest, I was destined to be the best. I'll never rest, regardless of all the pain and the stress.